Sighing and shaking it away. Namaste. Zanoni Snowflake here. Welcome to the Shinto Yoga Experience with Shinto Self-Empowerment. One of our fun tools for the shadow dance with life. Meditative daily poetry reading with sound healing and colour therapy. There's been a shift in the patterning. So we started with the sounding intro, sound healing in the intro, in the meditation, sound meditation, because it calms us down, brings us into the present moment and enables us to be able to function and talk. And we never know completely what's going to come out. Although in meditation and all kinds of things, during the morning through meditation and yoga, stuff transpires. And this literally just transpired. So there's also because the poems that are read are relative to the day that they're read on. It's a poem for every day of the year, edited by Ali Ezrai. And it was a book written for 2020. But the days are still symbolic each year. You have the 19th of March every year. It's only the 29th of February that you don't have every year. So she's chosen each poem relative to the day that the poem falls on, to something related in history. And then she writes a paragraph to go with it, an introductory paragraph. So she's connected in the frequencies of the past for that day to the modern day frequencies of 2020, when she intended the book to be written for. And we, as we read them for one of our tools, we're not going to get into what it does because it does so much more, but it's about subatomic energies. It's about the subtle energetic body. It's about frequencies. It's about the interconnectedness of everything. So we, as we read them on this year, are connecting in the intense astrological energies of last year when she intended the book to be for, with whatever day, date, myth, story, whatever she connects it to in the past. And we're also then, so we've got the meditation from being present, the sound meditation, the sound healing, because we are healing ourselves and we are doing these for us to heal. The process of making them is healing us. The process of watching them back is healing us because of our DID, and it's enabling us and bringing us into full co-consciousness. So the colour therapies come into play because I know one of us inside wants to bring in one of our YouTube channels, I'm not sure which one. There's the colour therapy cards that you're looking at now, the black, find richness from the dark night, and it's number 28. 2 is the number of patience, choices, balance. Because with patience, one can find the choice that's in their highest good, theirs, Gaia's and collective humanity's highest good. And then that brings balance. It brings a symbiosis between one's individual world, the collective consciousness, and Mother Gaia. And that is the type of world that we envision personally. And so this is us sharing our message in our unique ways, along with healing us. It's a multitude of multitasking, which constantly becomes more clearer and clearer. So 8 is the number of manifestation, infinity, and another number of balance. And together they equal 10, karmic completion, made of 1, new beginnings, and 0, unity. So it's the binary of 1 and 0, which makes up computer programming. And also then brings us in to some of the perceptions of the archetypal energies of Gemini, the duality of Gemini, or the polarity of Gemini, depending which reality and perception one chooses to come from. Because when one is able to transcend the perception and perspective of the duality, reality, into the polarity reality. Eventually, they will find the wholeity, the wholeness reality. So we are bringing in Inner Sagals, the secret language of your body, the essential guide to health and wellness. And these are Inner Sagals colour cards. The secret language of colour cards. So we will read the black one from the little book that goes with these oracle cards, and you can find the intro and these cards on Neve, Deb's Snowflake Coleman YouTube channel. And the book, I'm not sure, I think the book's on the Journey of Involution to Co-Consciousness YouTube channel, but it could be Shinto Self-Empowerment. But if you go to the colour therapy cards, there will be a link at the end of the colour therapy cards taking you to the book. So in the book you've got meditations, you've got parts of the bodies, you have the ailments. So for instance, you've got feet, possible contributing factors, moving in the wrong direction, ignoring your intuition, feeling confused, etc, etc. And then it's got specifically the right foot, the left foot, the remedy. And then it has the unhealthy emotions to work with, and it's got different emotions like anger, irritation, frustration, etc. And then it has healthy emotions to work with, flexibility and movement, clarity, support. And then it has colours to work with, pink, green and brown. And it has that later on in the book. So it's the colour section of this book that we'll be reading from. It also then has the systems in the book as well. But for instance, it also has like lung cancer, lupus, Lyme disease, lymphomia, angina, anorexia, insomnia, anxiety. So anxiety, thinking about the past and the future and not trusting the flow of life, feeling insecure, unsupported and helpless to change your situation, etc. So it's a fantastic book. And I know that there's something down the line that's going to be a 108-day challenge of interactive meditations. So I think this might be the foundation and the preparation for that, maybe. I don't know. We're always thinking of trying to suss things out and put stuff together. That's who we have been, who we are, who we continue to be. But I don't know if that's who we'll be in the future, because I have no idea who we'll be in the future, because all of this is programming us into the person that we want to be in the future, of which conscious eyes have no idea about what that is. But I know our subconscious and our superconscious being your higher self, does have an understanding of what that is. So it'll be interesting. It's just as interesting to us to see where all of this is leading. So we're also bringing in, as you know, we love working with Grandma Moon and Lunar Living, the cycles of the loons, living by Grandma Luna, Lunar Living, the cycles of the moon. So, and we've done moon readings before as well on our Shinto Self-Empowerment page, and they're all timeless. So anything that you go to, even these daily poems, just because it's on a specific day doesn't mean it's just for that day. It might be that this is an exceptionally wonderful, beautiful day for you, and in future you're finding it really hard and really challenging, and you want to tap into those energies of that amazing day, and you remember that you watched this poem, you listen to this poem and you watch this video, and so you may want to watch it again to bring yourself back to those energies, because this is how the energies work. And again, this will all get clearer. Eventually we'll write it down. I don't know, it's all just going to come out and get clearer and clearer, but it's not for now. So Grandma Moon transited into Gemini at the early hours of this morning. She actually went void of course yesterday, Thursday, and this is all universal time. Yesterday, Thursday the 18th, and I think this book is written in EST, but we'd have to check that, and we'll check that for next time. But we work it out from this book, you see. I'm just going to turn off, I realise we've got something on. We put our spiced stewed apple sauce on for breakfast to go with our chia seed rolled oat flapjacks. So yeah, so this is written, I think it's EST, but so it's 4:40 p.m. on Thursday, yesterday, that she went void of course, which is actually 9:40 p.m. Universal Time. And she transited it out of the void of course into Gemini and when we say Gemini, this is for the energies that are felt on this day. It doesn't matter what your star sign is, it's the energies that are felt on this day. So Grandma Moon is currently in the astrological energies of Gemini, and that was at 12:47 a.m. this morning, Friday the 19th, that she moved into there. Now, Gemini is an air sign, and her nature is barren, and we're in the first phase of the moon cycle. So also, she is square Mercury today. She is conjunct Mars, and we are currently reading this in the planetary hours of the day of Mars. So there's very good action energies in this, harmonious action, because conjunctions and trines are very balanced and harmonious. Squares are a lot more of a challenging energy to navigate. Mercury is about communication, and Mercury is actually the planetary ruler of Gemini, and it's about communication. So it may be a challenging day of communication where the duality perspective is coming into play, and so people are misunderstanding each other. So yeah, Grandma Moon's conjunct Mars. We're in the planetary hours of Mars, and she is also she's trine Saturn. Now Saturn is Father Time. Saturn is contraction, boundaries, the 3D dimension, this physical reality dimension, matter, what we physically can see and feel. Now also today, we're going to read out the astrological energies that it's favourable and unfavourable for. So when we say astrological energies, we mean, for instance, it starts with Aries. It's a favourable day for Aries. Now, it doesn't matter what your sun sign is. It just means for the astrological, from our perceptions and our beliefs, the astrological energies of Aries are favourable. So if you want to do anything that is of a resonant frequency to the archetypal energies of Aries is a cardinal sign, fire sign, then it's very beneficial. You could also look up where Aries is in your chart and see what planets you have in Aries. For instance, we have a Venus in Aries of house 8. So our Venus, our language of love, our heart, is of an astrological, archetypal Aries. So Aries is favourable. If I don't read it out, it's just blank. It's not unfavourable or favourable. It's just neutral. Aries is favourable. Gemini is very favourable. Leo is favourable. Virgo is unfavourable. Libra is favourable. Sagittarius is unfavourable. Aquarius is very unfavourable, Aquarius is favourable, and Pisces is unfavourable. So you have one very favourable, which is Gemini, and one very unfavourable, which is Sagittarius. So the unfavourable ones is like keep away from any tasks, any resonant frequencies related to Sagittarius archetypal energies. And then unfavourable also is Pisces and Virgo. So yeah, well, you can figure that one out more by Googling what the archetypal energies are of those signs, if you wanted to start living by cycles of the seasons, of Mother Gaia, of the cosmos. So yes, it's taken a very different theme, isn't it? So, black. We'll read the black from the book first, because this is the main overall theme. So this may get, for instance, tonight, the colour that I've picked out was orange, but it's a peach coloured orange because it's number 19 and today's the 19th, which is inhale a breath of life. So it'll be different cards depending, I'm guessing. So the colours, black. Black is a colour of protection, strength and retreat. It is connected to discipline, persistence and respect, a gateway to new experiences. It is a test of strength and resolve. Many people experience the dark night of the soul in order to gain wisdom and emerge on the other side. Teenagers may use black as a way to rebel and gain control and independence. Black can help you dissolve and let go of the old so that you can welcome the new. However, too much black can weaken your body, drain you of energy, and create gloom and pessimism. It can also stop you from moving forward, keeping you stuck in limitation. Black spots in your aura or energy field may mean that you are ill, lack energy, feel alone, or feel like a victim. It creates negativity and unhappiness. Combine black with other colours to help you achieve your goals confidently. And we're actually wearing black jeans with a black vest top, a kind of light blue turquoise bra-y thing, sports bra, and a pink jumper, kind of a hot pink, maybe even cyan jumper. We used to wear black a lot. It can also be a very slimming colour. So now, yeah, number 28, we've been through the numbers, so it's got numerology in it as well, hasn't it? Feel richness from the dark of the alarm went off. And now the balancing act doesn't want to happen. There we go. So it's just turned midday, 12 o'clock. And we're still in March, so we're still on the 3-3 portal. So I wonder if this will still be going at 12:12. It's good because we do, if we're not actually doing these, we don't plan this, but if we're not doing anything like this at 12 o'clock and 12:12, that's when we do our personal meditations, sounding meditations, where we hum and buzz away and make sound, like inhaling sound and exhaling sound, like just constant sounding for 12 minutes to clear trauma from the body through sound and vocal cords. So from the little book, guidebook that goes with these cards. So some stuff might get repeated. Black is a colour of protection, strength and retreat, a gateway to new experiences, and a test of strength and resolve. Many people experience the dark night of the soul in order to gain wisdom and emerge for the better on the other side. Black dissolves the old so you can welcome the new. Receive divine wisdom and the gifts that have been buried deep inside you with the help of the black ray. For us, this is also because different alternate personalities relate to different ones of these tools. So there's the setup, and you can kind of see we've got the hearts in the background. We'll bring that out towards the end if I remember to show you more of what it is. Origami hearts, there's a black one up there, so that's why there. So there's love, all aspects of the love coloured related to frequencies. The ornament that we've got shown is like a mother and a child. And it's got the spiral of life, and she's black. So we're connecting tools that each of the altars use and bringing them all into one. And this is part of the interconnectedness of all of us, but also to bring us the separateness of us all back into, or not back into, because I don't think they've ever been together, but to bring them into the whole so that we all become communicative with each other, in relationship with each other, and co-conscious of each other, so that we can all become in symbiosis and harmony and dance together. And this will be a similar principle to everyone, absolutely every human being has different aspects of themselves, and every human being has aspects of themselves they are unaware about and in denial about, because otherwise one would be enlightened. Dark night of the soul. At some point in life, everybody experiences the dark night of the soul. Give yourself permission to connect to the black ray so it can guide you to the gifts which lie in shadow. Visualize yourself in darkness and ask for divine wisdom to show you what you need to learn from the shadow. Receive its gifts to strengthen your faith. And so for us, doing shadow work and going into the depths of the psyche, shadow work isn't about hell or purgatory. Darkness isn't about all that perceived stigma of tradition and what religion teaches us. Shadows are just the bits within us, within our psyche, that we are unaware about, that we're in denial about. So it's the corners of us, the parts of us that we're just not connected to. So when we bring those shadows into our awareness, out of denial, then we bring them into the light. And when we bring them into the light, we are connecting more of our light body. So it can be the subatomic, the subtle energetic light body of the auras that goes in and through us and around us, or it can be your physical light body, which we classify as the nervous system. Say, Divine Spirit, infuse me with the strength, wisdom and courage to connect to and learn from the shadow aspect of myself. Divine Spirit, infuse us with the strength, wisdom and courage to connect us to and learn from the shadow aspects of ourselves. Divine Spirit, infuse our viewers with the strength, wisdom and courage to connect to themselves and learn from the shadow aspect of themselves. And we're going to do the me one again, or the us all together. Divine Spirit, infuse us with the strength, wisdom and courage to connect us and learn from the shadow aspects of ourselves. And the last one with my. Divine Spirit, infuse me with the strength, wisdom and courage to connect to and learn from the shadow aspect of myself. Thank you, Spirit. And now for the daily poem. The 19th of March. Historical Associations by Robert Louis Stevenson. Among Robert Louis Stevenson's most famous works today are the novels Treasure Island and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He was also noted for his wonderful volume of poetry, A Child's Garden of Verses. This imaginative poem is a series of reflections, or jumps between thoughts, as a child, playing with his uncle, travels far and wide through geography and history, and still gets home in time for tea. See, when we just had a little, I think we looked at this yesterday, and they had already planned what they were going to do for it, which was a photo of a ship and some land in the background. A card even, the card that we found behind our mum's photo. So it's interesting to see. You never know what's going to pan out the next day. Dear Uncle Jim, this garden ground, that now you smoke your pipe around, has seen immortal actions done, and valiant battles lost and won. Here we had best on tiptoe tread, while I for safety march ahead. For this is that enchanted ground, where all who loiter slumber sound. Here is the sea, here is the sand, here is simple shepherd's land. Here are the fairy hollyhocks, and there are Ali Baba's rocks. But yonder, see, apart and high, frozen Siberia lies, where I, with Robert Bruce and William Tell, was bound by an enchanter's spell. There, then, a while in chains we lie, in wintry dungeons, far from day. But wrist and length with might and main our iron fetters burst in twain. There, then, a while in chains we lay, in wintry dungeons far from day. But risen at length, with might and main, our iron fetters burst in twain. Then all the horns were blown in town, and to the ramparts clanging down, all the giants leaped to horse, and charged behind us through the gorse. On we rode, the others and I, over the mountains blue and by the silver river, the sounding sea, and the robber woods of Tartary. 1,000 miles we galloped fast, and down the witches' lane we passed, and rode amain, with brandished sword, up to the middle, through the fjord. Last we drew rein, a weary three, upon the lawn, in time for tea, and from our steeds alighted down, before the gates of Babylon. So much appreciation and gratitude to you for joining us in the Shinto yoga experience with Shinto self-empowerment, showing the interconnectedness of everything from our perspective. I'm Zanoni Snowflake Purcell. Namaste.